What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Born Offside. Another week with these two beside me, OLANTEKKERS.
What's going on?
Big Verge on the back of the jersey. You actually got Big Verge printed on your jersey?
Yeah, always. It's for the day ones, you know.
Yeah, all right.
That's right. That's why I got to keep it there for the ones that
You know the ones
following from the day ones.
That's
They
true.
know, like, oh, Big Bird, yeah.
That's true. That's how you separate the
Do
real
you
friends.
feel like Big Verge is not as much a part of this part of your life?
I think it's like it's the OG me, you know. It's like
Yeah.
the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've always got connection with Big Verge.
Yeah.
Do people ever point at you in the street and go, "Hey, Big Verge"?
If they're some
If
guys,
they're an OG.
if they're OG,
Yeah.
like because obviously I've got the new wave that maybe NRL or AFL or
Right.
whatever, but the OG's got a Big Verge. I'm like, oh, you're a day one.
Yeah.
You're a day one. Okay,
That's true.
I rate it.
I feel like your version of that is Catalina.
It's a kicking off with
Kicking
cat.
off with cat.
Kicking off with cat.
Has to be
Yeah.
kicking off with
Right,
cat
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I still like kicking
Oh,
off
because
with cat.
that's still your username, is it not?
No,
Oh, you
changed
cut that
It's
completely.
on my TikTok, but I think, I just found it kind of weird that people didn't actually know my name.
Right.
That's
oh,
good.
That's kicking off with cat.
Kicking off with cat.
No, I wanted to also represent the Lebanese, like
Yeah.
bring the
Haddad.
haddada. There's no haddads in sport. I'm like, this was my opportunity to get us back
A lot
out
of
there.
hairdressers, though.
A lot of hairdressers,
you
Pierre.
know?
Yes.
A lot of hairdressers.
It's true.
Yeah.
If I meet your hairdresser, male or female, and
Yeah.
they're Lebanese, I trust them.
I love that.
Why are Lebanese barbers and hairdressers so good?
Because we have so much hair.
That makes sense.
Genuinely, like we know what to do with hair because we just got a lot of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That does make sense. Let's get into some football news. The A-League's now well and truly underway. The women round 2, the men kicked off this weekend. No good one, no worries. Adelaide smacked the defending champions, the Mariners, 3-0. You went down to the Wanderers?
Yeah, I did. I went to the Wanderers game on, I think it was Sunday. Shout out to the guy who came up to me and said, I watched the Born Offside potty, man. I'm
Yeah?
like, yeah, I can't remember his name. Fuck. But
Don't take that to heart because Olan forgets my name most of the time as well.
But I always love it when football fans come up and say, yeah, we watched the potty and stuff like that. But it was a good atmosphere. Shout out to Tate Russ as well, man.
He's
I think
back,
it's
yeah?
been 532 days or something like that since he played his last game in
Wow.
the A-League.
Did he have 2 back-to-back injuries? Is
He
that
had
why
like
so long?
he had like an injury, and then when he was coming back, he got the ACL,
Oh no.
and he looked amazing to me. He looked very sharp. He looked up and down. Looked very positive. So I was happy to see that for him as well, man. I gave him a little text after the game.
Hopefully we'll have a chat to Tate because I remember Tate was meant to be one of
Yeah.
our first guests,
Supposed
but
to be
then he
the
hurt
OG.
himself.
Yeah,
And he was
himself.
like, I wasn't going to come on the pod if he was injured. And
Yeah.
fast
So
forward 1,000 days.
yeah. So
Well, we'll
hopefully we
give
can
him
get him on.
Yeah,
on the
give him a
potty,
couple
man.
weeks to just get back in the groove, and then he can tell us all about it.
How was it? A decent crowd?
It was an all right crowd. I just think they need I just wish they sectioned it better in terms of the crowd because
It's too spread out.
everyone's all spread out. Like if
Yeah.
they put everyone just on the bottom levels,
Yeah.
it'd look a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
But they open it up to the top, and I'm like, it just looks
Yeah.
all spread out. It looks
I
like
agree.
everyone's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'd rather them just not open those top levels and just have it on the bottom
Is
level.
that at Combank?
At Combat,
Yeah.
yeah. So.
Because it's such a nice stadium to watch the game, but yeah, you need just that first section.
Yeah. A draw. Draw for the lots of draws in the first week. Bulls, Brisbane, Wanderers, Phoenix, Perth Glory, and Jets all drawing. Sydney lose
Yes.
to victory.
How was
Saw
that game?
that.
You guys were there. Well, you were there, weren't you?
I was down at that one. Yeah, I was down at that. It was a bit disappointing for Sydney. I mean, credit to victory. I think victory deserved the win. I was saying at halftime it could have been 2-0 victory already. Sydney were doing well to stay in it at 0-0. They had good chances. Squandered a few and then buried them. 2-0 in the end. Sydney just is a mixture of a couple of things. I question the manager. I don't want to be that guy, but I question the management a bit, and I also question the backline when Rodwell's not playing.
I noticed that he wasn't.
Yeah, when he's
On?
not playing,
Yeah.
and we know he's good for 5 injuries a season, unfortunately.
Yeah.
the fella. When he's not playing, they just don't look like a squad. Lots of young talent. Their most experienced head, their new centre back is 24. Then you've got a
Jeez, it's a young
19-year-old
squad.
next to him. Yeah,
Yeah, they're a young squad.
and a 20-year-old left back, and I think you see that. Whereas Victory had a very experienced back four.
Yep.
You've got Jeria, you've got Traore on the other side, you've got your 2 centre backs, the Porco and the other.
Yeah,
bloke.
but when you've got Fornaroli scoring the goals as well,
Yeah.
there is a lot of
There's
experience.
a lot of
there.
experience in that Victory side, and good to see. Even a player, Azani's still pretty young, but he's been around. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So they've got a fair few of them. And the young Zenedine as well played well. So it's good to see. And Western United beat City. You become a Western United fan all of a sudden. You keep chatting about
it's
it
not
all the time.
all of a sudden. It's working, across the women's game last year.
Yeah.
I just look. Obviously, we saw Western United win. The men's team won their debut year. Then we saw a very, very similar story for the women's side, and I just think it's a really cool story.
Yeah.
What was the crowd like at
They
the
didn't
game?
say it. They didn't put it on the screen. Last week in the women's game, they put it on the screen.
Did it feel pretty full?
Yeah, how big did it feel full?
I was guessing maybe I think there were more than the women last week, but not a whole lot more. So the women was 11.5. I think maybe 15, 16, I would guess.
And I'd imagine a large portion of that is Sydney FC.
Yeah, Melbourne had a little baby.
Yeah.
Not that much.
Do you think with everything that happened with the Victory fans last year, I'm curious to see what the turnout's going to be like. Yeah. If there's still a bit of bitterness with the fans.
I think if they keep playing the way they're playing, it'll be fine. That's the thing that hurts me. Like I'm sitting there and I'm watching the game and I'm like, I'm disappointed right now for football. I don't care really who wins, but I care about the spectacle of football. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. And I'm like,
same. I was.
I want more goals. I want Sydney to put on a show so that these people come back and bring their friends. They're going to get less crowd next time because they're not. It's not even about losing the match. It's about putting on a show, inspiring. There was no players, doing nice moves, or there was no expansive attacking football. It was boring at times.
I'm not going to say the Wanderers game was boring in a sense, but that flair aspect was definitely missing.
Yeah.
I know we've brought in a lot of new players, so I'm still trying to get to know everyone and stuff like that. And even the kid that we brought in from PSV, I could forget his name, but I was like, he's played PSV, played Feyenoord as well, top league in Holland. Yeah. And he came in and he looked a little bit below the level.
Really?
I was a little bit shocked, to be honest. So we're missing that flair aspect. Last year, I feel like we had it a little bit in certain aspects. Yangi coming off the side. It's tough
Who's killing it at Portsmouth?
Killing it at Portsmouth, but he's killing it. I'm like, where are all the flair? I like the flair. I like the number 10s. Barella was there running around. I could see he was frustrated.
Barella,
He was so frustrated out there. But give it time. First game.
Give it time. Although Mark Rudin is not a flair type manager.
He's not a flair type.
He'll get results, but he's not a flair type manager. And I think that's what we're missing. I think it's a management thing. I look at it and I think maybe there's the pressure of there's only one league. If you get sacked, there's nowhere to go. There's no second division, So I look at someone like Steve Corica. I think he's just playing it safe. I don't.
Corica is. It's one of those guys, right, where his job has been under question for quite some time.
Yeah.
So playing it safe seems like the easy option. Moment.
How about Wellington?
Wellington, they were pretty strong.
Because this is Italiano's first game.
Yeah, they had a striker who was causing a little bit of problems. But they were just very, very solid. And they were block of four. Kind of like that block of four sitting in and then catching us on the counter when they can. Yeah. If any team was going to score, it was going to be us. It was going to be the Wanderers. But they were pretty much looked like they came there for a draw.
Yeah. Because I'm thought we get excited when new players burst on the scene. We get excited when there's young players. I also get excited when there's young managers. That's why I'm excited for Chief at Wellington, Giancarlo, because he's an MPL manager. Yeah. And now he's finally got the go. Yeah. And same with Jets. I thought Jets were exciting. I think they showed some holes, but they got a 2-2 draw. They came from behind twice. They scored 2 good goals. And Stano's an MPL head as well, So I'm excited for those MPL young managers. Just as much as we want young players, get the young coaches in. There's so many coaches around the nation.
Good opportunities. What do you think about the decision now that's obviously been reversed?
Yeah,
the unity round.
Soccer Twitter is apparently saying football's back and stuff. So.
Yeah, football's back. It was big, and now we got a unity round instead, which is like a magic round.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's what they replaced.
When is that? Do we know?
January.
January. So the grand final thing obviously is no longer going to happen.
They had to give Sydney, New South Wales government something, so they managed to meet halfway. So they'll still have this unity round in Sydney.
Kind of like a magic round in Sydney, and all the teams all
I think it's all male, all female.
I believe so.
That should be sick.
That's gonna be good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
And technically, from a commercial perspective, you'd think that you're gonna hopefully get a really good turnout out of that because you've got every team.
You got everyone there.
You're not in knockouts. You're not in a period where people aren't there.
No, it'll be sick. It'll be so good. So I think that's a great decision. Danny Townsend leaves as well. He's officially left.
A job for the Middle East.
He's going. I've heard he's going to Saudis.
Oh, really? He's going to Saudi.
Is that a surprise?
I mean, it's not a surprise.
If they say he's going to the Middle East,
well, it could be Qatar.
He's going to Saudi Arabia.
He's got Saudi money.
Yeah.
He will be.
Did you guys see, speaking of Saudi Arabia?
Wait, no, he had money. I didn't know he had Saudi money.
Yeah.
Well, he'll have Saudi money soon.
What'd you say?
Speaking of Saudi Arabia, did you see that they want to host the Women's World Cup?
Yeah.
In 2035?
Fantastic.
What?
Yeah.
I think
it's good.
I think it's great.
Is it positive?
Well, I think it's...
Why is it good?
Because...
Given all the, the how they view women...
Well, let's be real.
Yes.
There's a conflict with certain, values in Saudi Arabia that do conflict a lot with women's football because of the way that women's football is.
Here's the problem, right? this is where you got to, like, where do you draw the moral line? Because take the Qatar World Cup. Should the World Cup have been in Qatar? Qatar have slaves. They do all these things. But ultimately, the way I see it is they're going to, like, Qatar had to clean up their image because the world was watching.
Yes.
So I think Qatar's probably become a better country because they hosted the World Cup. Now, if Saudi are hosting a Women's World Cup, that's going to come with a lot of other pressures. They're going to have to relax a lot. They're going to have to improve a lot.
Yeah, because they can't condemn every person who comes in who is homosexual.
Exactly. You can't. That's half
There's
your
still
World
going
Cup.
to be, has it been confirmed yet?
No, they just bid it.
No. It's a bid.
Yeah, it's a bid.
It's just
Because there will
so
definitely be
powerful.
that
I think
because
huge-
they want to host. I think it's also a lot of these people know, like at that level, if we're not willing to host a Women's World Cup, we probably won't get a Men's World Cup.
Exactly.
It's the natural
progression.
of these countries.
I think it's powerful. I think they should do it. A, because it's going to force the country to change. But B, bro, that's Saudi money. Even Danny Townsend's gone. That Saudi money's there. And the men's game
Also-
is relishing. Why shouldn't the women's game also benefit off that cash?
I agree.
You know what I
Speaking
mean?
of Saudi money, do you hear about Jesse Lingard?
He's there now, is he?
No, so
He
Jesse
posted a photo. He was there, wasn't he?
Jesse Lingard went to sign for a Saudi team and apparently asked for too much money and they rejected him.
How much must he have asked
How much
for?
could
That's
he
what I'm
ask
saying.
for?
To be rejected by Saudis, nah, you've asked for too much here. That is a new level of like.
I
How
didn't
much
think
are
they
you
knew how to
asking for? A
say
mil a
no
week?
over there.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was possible. Maybe he asked for Neymar's money. Maybe he thought it was on the same level as Neymar, and they said, "Nah, mate, you got to
Shit.
bring it down a little."
So he's
couple
still
levels.
no club.
Still no club, man. And I love Jesse. I'm like a Jesse Lingard,
I like him too.
J Lings. Like I'm a J Lings guy.
Yeah.
So
Damn. Too much money for the Saudis.
Wow,
That's
too
when you
much
know.
money for the Saudis.
that's unheard of.
Yeah. The A-League Women's did kick on this weekend as well, and it was another loss for Victory. They signed well.
Yeah, they did, but I feel like I feel like they started pretty slow last season as well,
Yeah, they
from
did.
memory.
They did. But it's good to see Sydney lose. I mean, I don't mean that. I don't but
Because they're always. I get you. I get.
Do you know
what
what I mean?
I get what you're going with.
I
that.
want a competitive league.
Yeah. We tend to see this kind of like monopoly of Sydney just running
In the
the show.
women's. Yeah, in the women's,
yeah.
Sydney dominates. So it was great to see Brisbane get a result against them. So great. Aussie football's back. And I'm excited. International break now. The Matilda's going to link up again and play their Olympic qualifiers.
Yes.
Olympic qualifiers.
Yeah,
Yes.
Olympic qualifiers.
Where they
Should be
playing
good.
that?
Well, they moved to Perth. They're playing at the big
Yeah.
stadium.
So Sam Kerr playing at home,
Yeah.
like properly at home,
Properly at
which
home.
is really
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they moved it to the big Optus Stadium. So
Yeah.
hopefully they get a big crowd taking on the Philippines as well, who have Torcazo as their manager now.
Yeah, how crazy is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, amazing. Great to see. We're going to go to some international football as well. We'll start in the Prem. Nick Stav.
What about him?
Right
I
in.
hate that guy. I'm joking.
He
Love
goes,
you, Nick Stav.
Chelsea first team to get 3 points for a draw. So he
Wait, what?
He's basically saying that Chelsea fans celebrating this draw like it's a win.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think
it-
Chelsea fans feel as though we threw away the game.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
did you see the goal we gave
I didn't
away?
see any
Like,
positive Chelsea
and
fan
Declan
comments.
Rice, everyone's like hailing Declan Rice. He had a terrible game, and then he just
Yeah.
had that goal, and then everyone's raving about him.
Yeah.
But it was like we were almost back for like 60, 70 minutes, and then it was like, nope, we're still not there yet. But when you look at the collective performance,
It was good.
Better.
it's good, and to see where Arsenal are, they're probably challenging for the Premier League at
Yeah.
the moment. See if we can still tuggle with them a little bit. That's a positive.
It's
I
Arsenal
think
though.
it's Chelsea
You know
too,
what I
It is
mean?
though.
still
Like
Arsenal,
you gotta
but
keep.
now we got to change our
Yeah.
I still think that, but now I've changed my perspective on Arsenal.
Yeah,
It's
but
taken
no,
about 3 years.
I haven't. Going into that game, I was like, you know what, Chelsea will get a result tonight. I thought Chelsea would win, and that's why I was really disappointed when I saw what happened because Sanchez. It's a terrible error, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. We should have won that game, but I was saying it to everyone because Arsenal. Right, you can
Chelsea.
tell me all you want to tell me.
You just
it's
you're
not City.
You haven't fallen for it.
It's not City and it's not Liverpool. It's Arsenal. And at any
Yes,
point,
I'm like that
they're
too.
capable of a bottle, bro. It's Arsenal we're talking about. And that's why I was like, you cannot tell me I'm never going to fear Arsenal.
I hear
Come
that.
on, bro.
But are you- I feel
changing
like-
slightly. I hear what you're saying.
I hear it too.
I was like that, but
I
I've
fear
changed.
City. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I shit my pants when City come into town. Same with Liverpool.
But it's
Yeah.
I fear Liverpool. Salah, these guys, fuck, they're scary. Arsenal,
But
they're
so
not
what?
there yet.
So
for me.
what in this current Arsenal squad for you is preventing them from being a threat like Liverpool or a threat like City? Is it because of how young they are?
Just
Do
the
you
name-
not
just
feel
the
like
name of Arsenal.
is it not
That
Arteta's
too.
vision?
But I just don't think they're quite there. I just don't
Okay.
see, they don't even know who their best keeper is, right? And that showed again. You got this whole goalkeeping dilemma. You just challenge for
Is
a
it a
title.
dilemma or is it depth?
It's not though.
No,
I
it's
know
not.
it's
I
not.
mean,
Because Raya's been playing
No, I
shit.
know it's
Do you know what I
not.
mean?
yeah,
And it's like,
I think I saw a tweet that said like once you start rotating and saying like keeper is the one position that does not rotate.
Yeah.
There is the number one and there is
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah.
That is it. We don't
Yeah.
want to hear
funny.
rotations.
I
in
actually
keepers.
think Arsenal have complicated their squad a little bit this season. Like the
Yeah.
rotation of Zinchenko's been interesting. He came off at halftime. The goalkeeping changes have been very interesting. I just think like they've almost gotten better, and now I think there's the pressure because like you came second last year.
Right.
Now's the
Maintain
pressure to
that.
really challenge. I think Arteta's bottling it a little bit, but let's see. He's still
Well,
unbeaten.
they
He's
set
unbeaten.
the bar very high, right? Heading into
Yes.
this season to do something like that again.
Yeah.
Because the only way they can do better than last season is to win it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. And
That's a lot of pressure.
look, they're still unbeaten, and Chelsea will always turn as shit as Chelsea are.
Yeah.
They will always turn up for a game, and that's why Arsenal will be
Fair.
pretty happy with a draw. It's a
Fair.
good result. They stay unbeaten. Ange, by the time this potty goes out, I think 6 a.m. Tuesday he's kicking off.
They'll be
He's
playing.
kicking off.
Yeah.
They'll be playing. Hopefully he gets the win. He goes top of the league.
Crazy.
Ange Postecoglou, top of the league.
Unbelievable.
And we
right?
were talking about this off air, but what Ange is doing for the Australian voice
It's massive.
in England,
It's
in the
massive.
Premier League,
It's huge.
it's exciting.
I was saying, Olan, like even if one of my videos would go viral in the UK, the main comment was like, "What the fuck? You're Aussie."
What do
I
you
haven't
know?
copped one of those in a long time.
Yeah.
And I think it's because he's over there, and it's like you can't use that comment on me because I'll say, "Bruv, there's an Aussie dominating your league right
It's
now."
true. It's amazing what one person can do for the whole
Yeah.
culture.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Crispy's written in, Cat had daddy, literally wrote.
Her daddy.
Cat
Had daddy.
Had daddy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's very personal.
Yeah. Cat had daddy has been silent on her Liverpool lads, hasn't she?
I've just been silent on social media in general, to
Right.
be fair.
Right. You're not worried about Liverpool? You
No,
think
it's early days into
Right.
the season. I mean, we won the Merseyside
won the Merseyside.
derby.
It's fucking controversial Merseyside derby. Yeah.
I didn't
Did you see
watch
much
it.
of it?
No,
No.
what was controversial about
Well,
it?
like Ashley Young got sent in the first half for 2 yellows. Look, I kind of don't I mean, the second yellow could have been seen as a little bit soft, but I don't know. But Kanate made a challenge, bro, that it's a
Yeah.
yellow. He was already on a yellow. It's a yellow without doubt. It's
Who's home?
were.
yeah, they went at Anfield. It's a counter attack. He stops it. He brings him down. It's a second yellow. They didn't give it, and then
dodgy.
Everton, and still after all that, it was a VAR handball pen which gave Liverpool the lead. So it was just like
It was one of them. One of them
it was
games.
one of them ones. It was one of them
Anyway,
ones.
so we won the Merseyside derby.
A win is a win.
And to respond to Crispy, yeah, I've just been laying low on socials. I think it's healthy to take some time. I think the world's gone through a lot at the moment, and I was honestly feeling a bit overwhelmed by it all. So I just logged out.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
But I still love my boys.
Still love you, boys.
Of course.
It's good to know. No, they're doing well. Look, apparently there was a table that was released saying that without VAR, Liverpool would be top of the league. Apparently,
Without
without
VAR.
VAR. So
Interesting. Because
apparently
people will have you think
They've
that it's
lost
with
the
VAR.
most-
they've lost the most
points to VAR.
Yeah, well, you got to look at like that. goal
Last
that was-
season was a different story though, right?
Yeah.
It did feel like in a lot of instances it was whether or not we should have
Yeah.
won the points. And I feel like
Yeah.
maybe the system's trying to say like, no, there's no Liverpool bias here. Just take points from them.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this season they're looking back to their best. You know, they got a proper midfield.
Yeah, I
Darwin
agree.
Núñez looking like the player
Yeah.
that I guess you wanted to sign. Hamish George wrote in though, thoughts on Victor Osimhen possibly moving to Liverpool. You've got Darwin Núñez. Would you take a Victor
Osimhen
Osimhen?
as well.
I mean, it's taken Núñez like a solid season to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
I guess the worry is like if you get a player like that in, it's obviously going to take time away from Núñez, or he's not going to play as
Or
much.
you sell Núñez.
Or
He's a
yeah,
time
no, I don't want to sell him.
No, you like
no,
him.
I like him right
Yeah,
now. He's
yeah.
doing what he's doing what we wanted him to do when we initially signed him, and everyone called him a fraud because he wasn't doing these things. The last thing I want to do is bring in, another striker.
I don't think he's not a fraud yet. You know what I mean?
I think
I'm still looking at him
he's-
like you got to do a little bit more until.
Yeah, I agree with
Always
that.
said I can see it, I can feel it. He's cooking.
He's cooking.
He's cooking,
cooking.
but I do really like Osimhen as well. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
be mad.
I hope Osimhen stays in Italy, man. He's so good for the league.
Yeah, I like him as
he
well.
is. The best striker for a lot of people in the world, Erling Haaland, got back to scoring on the weekend. He scored from outside the box.
Of course he did. Oh, outside the box.
Outside the box.
Okay.
Now-
Not a tap in.
Erling Haaland in all competitions scored 61 goals for City.
Wow. And that's in one season.
That's in one and a bit
That's
seasons.
crazy, man.
Right.
Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or.
That's only the second one from outside the box.
That's only the
Wow.
second goal.
Yeah.
In all 61.
Yeah.
Wow. To be fair, he is a poacher, but I
Here
still
we
feel like he
go.
scores. You saying the tap-in merchant?
Well, no, I just want to know, do you mind?
I don't give a
You
shit.
don't care how a player scores.
I do not. If you're a striker, you can go in with your fucking dick, mate. As long as it goes in. Doesn't matter, mate. If I'm a centre back and it goes in your shoulder, goes off your flipping knees, I don't care. A goal's a goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
So it doesn't change the legacy. You know, if the highlight reel isn't as gorgeous as Suarez,
And I still
because you know when you look at the Suarez highlight reels,
Suarez is fucked.
do you know what I mean? Haaland will never have a highlight reel like Suarez.
But he can still develop. You never know. He might just start popping out bangers in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's also a testament to the whoever's assisting him.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
City team.
but like he doesn't have to be like he knows where to be in the box in order to tap it in.
Yeah. Also, it's like, bro, City dominate teams so much. Like, when is Haaland ever outside the box? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like the game's always played in the opposition half.
Yeah.
He's inside the box by default.
That's what I mean. He knows where to be.
true.
You know, like he
He's
knows
right
the
place,
ball's
right
going to be
time.
fed to him the right way, and he gets a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're gonna go around Europe a little bit because there's some other. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stick there. Newcastle. No, because I know where I'm going. I'm cooking.
He's cooking. He's
I'm
cooking.
cooking.
Let him cook.
Sandro Tonali.
Oh, the one we touched on last week.
He's in big
Italian.
trouble. He's Italian.
Gambling.
Newcastle hammered Palace. Right, 4-0 win. They're looking very good.
They are looking strong. We gotta put some respect on Newcastle, man, because
gotta, bro.
they're actually really, really dangerous.
It's an incredible job what they've done. Like,
In 2 years, in less than 2 years, maybe.
like you've signed Sandro Tonali, but he's not even on. He's on the bench because he's in a betting scandal.
Yeah.
And you got Longstaff scoring and pulling the string. It's not like it's all the new players that have come in and killed
Callum
them.
Wilson, or like,
No.
it's like they've done really well, man.
It's
They
amazing.
have.
Tonali came in late in the game. They won 4-0. He walked off and he looked a bit upset. Apparently, there was some images of him crying because it could be his last game. He knows he's getting investigated. He knows he's guilty.
He's
He's
crying.
bet
He
on AC
knows.
Milan matches while he was a Milan player.
Don't you reckon when
Back in. Oh.
if you go into like someone said you've done this thing and you start crying, you've just admitted that you're guilty.
Yeah, I know, but I think there's no hiding for him. I think he kind of openly admitted that he's bet on it. They obviously have a lot of beef on him. So
And you know, they said it could be 3 years off international football. Like, sorry, not international football,
football in
but
general.
football.
in general. Yeah, I think
How
they're
much did
anyway.
Ivan Toney get? Did we get a confirmation? on
Ivan
that, Chubbsy?
Toney was
8 months?
an 8-month,
8 months.
8-month ban.
Yeah.
He was back in September, I
it
think.
depends
Why
on.
would he get 3 years?
I think
then?
it depends on what you do. Like Martin Demichelis, who won the Premier League with City, he bet on 29 football matches and didn't get a ban because he wasn't involved in any of those matches. So he was betting on like random games.
That he wasn't.
Right. Same. Ivan Toney, he copped it. But if you look at his bets as well, he never bet against himself.
No,
He
it
only
was like,
bet to
I'm
win.
going to.
He only bet to score,
yes.
and he did bet against Brentford when he was injured.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
You know,
that's such comedy at the same
Yeah, I
time.
know.
you know,
He really believed in his own source.
exactly. So I feel like if they investigate you, and let's say you're Tonali and you bet on Milan to lose, and you have a shit game, I reckon your punishment's going to
Yeah.
be twice as
Because
bad.
they know you're maybe swinging it.
Exactly.
Do we even know the nature of the bets though?
no, we
Yeah.
don't.
I think it's just that for what he's done and the amount of breaches, like 3 years is the maximum he could receive.
yeah.
But if he's got good representation, a good legal team behind him, the club
does.
supporting him,
Maybe does a
there's
year.
no way he will
Yeah,
get 3
maybe does a
years.
year.
I mean, one thing's for sure, AC Milan definitely knew about this when they sold
Oh
him.
yeah.
There's no doubt, bro. There is no doubt. They knew.
I saw this meme that just reminded me of this meme where it's like, you know that little short African Nigerian kid?
Yeah, the one that's looking at
Yeah, and it's like he basically said Milan after they sold him to
Newcastle.
after sold him to Newcastle, and he's like business, it's business.
Yeah, it's
so they already knew he was fucked, so they sold him.
100%. It's like selling a car, you know that engine's going to pop in a couple of
Yeah.
months.
You know, a couple,
You know?
1 or 2 years, that engine's fucked. so you sell it, you get rid of it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But there's a few players copping it in Italy. El Shaarawy is one of them as well.
Yeah.
He's at the center of the scandal.
And he scored, right?
And he scored a last minute winner for Roma. And he's another one. Look, Italians are emotional people. The tears came out as well.
Oh wow!
Italians are
They all know
emotional.
they're going down.
They know they're going
They're
down.
all going down. It's like
Yeah.
before you go into prison or something. Like, you
Yeah.
just know, like it's
It
my
just
last
makes
goodbye.
you wonder though, right? Like with the nature of betting, and we've had this conversation before, I think last season. It's just everywhere.
It is.
How much are the leagues at fault too for how accessible betting is to fans, now to players? Like it was only a matter of time before the issues that we see in the rest of the world, like we have
Seep
this
into-
silent pandemic, which is
yeah.
gambling addiction and all these things that happen. It's only a matter of time before it seeps into the leagues themselves and the players are impacted
'Cause
by
you
it.
just think as a player, like you wouldn't go near gambling. Like you know what I mean?
Why
Like
would
you don't need to.
And they're earning good cash.
You're
It's not
earning
like
like
that.
luck. You know what I mean? So it's obviously the high of getting a win or like you know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think the thing with that their family members and their friends affect them a lot as well.
Yeah.
I was doing some research on players that have been done. Kieran Trippier got done.
You did a starting 11
yeah.
of
Kieran Trippier got done because he.
How long ago was this?
This was when he was moving to Atleti. He got done and he got fined a shitload but he wasn't his fault. He messaged his boys, like his close boys, in a group chat, saying he was going to Atleti, like he's moving to Spain. And one of his boys put a bet on him to move to Atletico Madrid. And he got done for it because he's leaking the information, but he didn't tell his mates to go put money. You know? So that's where it's tough for these guys, bro. You know, like
boys are going to Atleti.
And a lot of these lads come from humble beginnings, so their mates are still also
normal lads. Like, oh man, I'm gonna chuck that on right now. So bang,
looking to make a pound. But why that was funny as well, El Shaarawy scored in the last minute, big win for Roma, needed it. Jose Mourinho then gets sent off right after.
Mourinho,
the chosen one,
of course,
special one.
The headline has to be about him.
Keeps giving himself reasons to be chosen as well.
Yes, so he turns to the Monza. They beat Monza 1-0. He turns to the Monza bench and did a crying face to him like that.
Love Mourinho.
He got sent for showboating. But this has an actual story.
Okay.
During the week in Italy. Yeah. So Papu Gomez. Yeah, Papu Gomez, great player, Argentinian. Phenomenal player. Plays for Monza now. He's older. He is going to be banned for 2 years, they reckon. It could pretty much end his career. He got done doping. But the drugs, I don't know what the drugs were, but he came out and said he was feeling a bit sick. His son was sick or something, and he had some of the cough syrup that his son
has. Okay.
Has.
Yeah, like that. That's had it before.
Yeah. And then he got tested, and he was positive.
And
this was around this was in
November last year. But he wasn't positive for cough syrup, was he?
I don't know what he must have been. I don't know. He reckons he was trying his son's medicine.
He's saying he's positive from his son's shit, but it was probably something else.
It was probably something else. Yeah. This was before the World Cup as well. He was allowed to go. He played the World Cup and he won the World Cup. But anyway.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Remove his medal.
Yeah. But he said, it was just my son's medicine. So then what happened was they asked him about the game. This is before he got done.
Yeah.
They were asking him about the game against Roma. And he said, they asked him about playing against Jose Mourinho. He goes, the only thing I remember about Jose was beating him in the Europa League final when I was at Sevilla. Ooh. Jose wasn't going to let that go.
Jose doesn't. He remembers everything.
So Jose sits down for his pre-match.
What did you say?
Yeah. He sits down for his pre-match press conference and he coughs a bit and he goes, sorry, I'm feeling a bit unwell. I just didn't want to have any cough syrup in case I get tested today.
Oh, wow.
Right, so Jose's clapped back in the press conference.
Yeah, I love that.
And then when they've scored the 1-0, he's turned to Papu Gomez and done the crying.
He's looking at him.
Yes. Lovely. So Jose will
respect.
You can imagine Jose just going, yes. I will do the cough at the press.
I will cough.
He was just like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this information.
He's just such a showman. I absolutely love him. I absolutely love him. Over in Spain, in the meantime, Sergio Ramos played against his old team.
He did.
There's some beef here.
He was fighting everyone. Proper Ramos.
I saw like
I
some
love
clips
Sergio Ramos.
Him fighting with Vinicius. Was it Vinicius?
Yeah, at one point he was fighting Rudiger. At one point he was fighting Bellingham. He's just fighting. I love that.
Okay. Now, I'm someone who, for a long time, just said, I don't like Sergio Ramos. Why didn't I like him? Because every good thing he did was always against a team that I liked.
Right.
Against Barca, against Liverpool.
Yeah.
You name it. Even on an international level, like I always liked him for Spain, but you'd see him do dirty things against other teams and you're like, what are you doing? When he signed for Sevilla, I went, you are unreal. Yeah. Like, I love you. Yeah. I love this decision that you've made. When everyone else is moving to Saudi or the MLS, you've taken a cut and you've gone back to your boyhood club.
Yeah, who are struggling and need it.
There's nothing I love more in football than stories like that.
Yeah.
And then to see the way that he played against his old club.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Just, this guy is unreal.
Yeah. He's not doing the whole kissing and hugging.
No.
Oh, I love you. I used to play for the club. I'm a legend. He's like, nah, fuck you.
No, he's like,
bro.
Sevilla is my team now and I'm going to fight for them.
Yeah, he's got that dog in him. That's why we love him. And he got the 1-1 draw, which was a great result.
Great result. Because you need to scroll to see where Sevilla is on the table right now.
Yeah, they're struggling. Exactly right. So that was big. There was a moment in the game, and this is just Spain, isn't it? Another racial moment against Vinicius Jr.
It's always against Vinny as well.
It's always against Vinny. I think it's because he's that good. They just
exactly. It's what are they going to say? It can't be about his football.
I know. And then it ended up with a bit of a brawl in the players, and it didn't get too out of hand. But we had a question here from Hamish George about that incident. It happens to coincide in the same week that Premier League's gone out with their whole No Room for Racism campaign.
Yeah.
And in Spain, we're just having the same old issues.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but football fans. I mean, you've lived there. You've
I
lived
have,
there.
yeah.
I'm not saying Spanish people are racist.
No,
that would be a massive generalization.
That's exactly what they are. Sorry.
Yeah, but I have said this before on this show. Like, Spain is the most racist place I've ever. Yes. I've only lived it here and there,
right.
And let's just say, at the very least, in comparing life here versus life over there, the use of terminology and like phrases over there that when translated, you just wouldn't say here.
Yeah, the way they speak is different as well. Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Same
And
in
like-
South America.
Yeah, and I think also, well, that's a whole other issue there too, is the way that they look at South Americans and the people who have immigrated back to Spain and the jobs that they have, and it's just one of those things where it's very prevalent. We are racist in Australia. I mean, there's plenty of evidence of that, but I think
Name me a country that's not.
no, I know.
Is there a not racist country in the world?
No, I think like we have a
know what I
level.
mean?
Each country has a level of racism that is accepted.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
so-
you say they accept more in Spain.
I think that they do,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
think it's
same in
ignorance as
same in
well.
Italy as well.
Italy as well.
Italy's a
Italy
bit
is
like
really
that as
bad
well.
too, but I don't think it comes from a we hate other races, we hate X, Y, and Z. I think
think
it comes
it's
from
okay.
a place of ignorance.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lack of education. It's that they don't see the bigger picture, or that they think that what they're saying is okay because their parents said it and their grandparents say it. And I think, we're ethnic. I can happily say that there was a lot of things that my grandparents said growing up that I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
I can't believe you'd say that.
Yeah.
But I don't repeat it
Yeah.
because I'm more educated than they are
that's
in
right.
that
That's right.
sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's extremely racist, but I think it doesn't come from like that area of like trying to condemn other nations and stuff. I think it's just ignorance.
And then, I mean, there's the racial ignorance, but there's all types of ignorance from football fans. This is the thing. 2 weeks ago I saw a video. I think it was a championship game. I'm pretty sure it was a QPR fan or a Reading kid. Did you see that one? It was a perfectly filmed video of these two English lads, and they're in the away bay, and they're putting their fingers up, and they're like, "Fuck off!" like that. And then they scan the video, and like they're doing it to a kid because the kid's holding up
I
the scoreline.
did see that.
Yeah,
The kid's going 2-0.
Yeah, he's going 2-0, 2-0.
And
yeah,
these two grown men are swearing at like a
and
6-year-old kid.
6-year-old kid.
You
yeah.
know, and that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of dumb football fans
Yes.
which ruin it for the rest. And that happened at the City game on the weekend. So, there's another thing actually we want to pay tribute to, and we had a few people asking us to mention Sir Bobby Charlton passed away.
I know.
RIP.
Right? An absolute English football legend. For a lot of people, the answer to Pele in that time. And then also survived the Munich disaster as well. Was one of the only surviving members of that team. Went on to win a World
That's
Cup.
so
win,
sad, man.
everything. Phenomenal player. And just a phenomenal man by all accounts. Passed away on the weekend. 86, I believe he was. Lived a good life.
Very good life.
But everyone paid tribute all around Europe. Yeah, even in Spain, we saw the tributes, right? But some City fans were yelling "Bobby's in a box." They were doing the "Bobby's in a
they were.
box" shit, right? Of course. And then this is what people were labeling. Like, Liverpool fans came out in support, and they said, "See, this is why City are just like scum of the earth." Because like even Liverpool, who hate United, were like, "Bro, you've got to respect." Sir Bobby Charlton."
Yeah.
But there'll always be a little
There'll
group.
always be
Yeah,
a
but-
small group.
And City have gone into big investigative internally. They've asked for footage of anyone that can identify these people because City want to remove them personally,
Yeah.
right? And that's saying something because they don't have many fans.
Absolutely. But I would go as far as saying like, all the fans are gone. We've got like 2 fans after this.
Yeah, but it's good. It shows that they're not standing for it. I think that's
Yeah.
powerful when the club themselves,
Yeah.
like if Sevilla come out and go, let's find this person who said something about Vinny. It doesn't. Real Madrid don't have to get involved. Sevilla
Yes,
do it themselves. That's
internally.
powerful.
Yeah,
That's
I
powerful.
agree.
It definitely is. And it's what they stand for.
Yeah.
If they're saying no racism in the Premier League, then act on that.
Yeah. But anyway, fans are stupid. Spain, quick one. Greenwood. Let's have a Greenwood update. He's still there.
What's
See,
happening? What's
see
happening?
what I mean? Spain, little ignorant.
Little ignorant.
Like I love
Signing
the
a-
country. It's my second home, but there's a lot of questionable decisions there.
I don't have an exciting story about Greenwood. It's just that although fans were yelling at it, they continue to yell "Die Greenwood, die" at a few games.
And still selling his jersey's still selling.
Jersey's still selling. Apparently, they have a no junk food policy at Getafe, but he was seeing this old man at Burger King. Burger King,
Wait, what? I'm confused.
wherever the
It's
fuck.
like the worst advertising for Burger King ever.
Yeah, it's just him and his old man. His old man looks like the type of guy that would.
Love a bit of Burger King.
Yeah, okay, we'll go there. I was gonna say do some other stuff, but yeah,
Let's go with Burger King.
yeah.
Burger King.
Apparently, he's got an exemption. He's allowed to have his junk food. No other player is.
So everyone on the club is not allowed, and he's allowed.
He's allowed.
There's probably a lot of exemptions for him.
I think there's a lot of things. he's
Yeah,
allowed
I
to
don't
do.
think that's the only thing he's exempt from.
Yeah, it seems that way
Yeah.
in the eyes of the law. But anyway, Greenwood's still there. The European adventure continues. I'll take you to France. PSG.
Let's go.
The only club anyone cares about in the French league.
Yeah,
That's harsh.
That's
That's
very
true.
harsh, but true.
But true. Monaco are top though. Credit to him. Alexander Golovin. Russian
Yes.
guy, taking the piss. Great player. Anyway, PSG is what I want to talk about.
Okay. How they doing?
What is the top selling shirt for Paris Saint-Germain? Like
Mbappe.
PSG.
Yeah, you've got to say Mbappe.
Mbappe's second. Mbappe's second.
Who's first?
Don't say it.
Who's the most selling jersey at Paris Saint-Germain?
Neymar and Messi's not there anymore.
They're not there anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Current. So they've got to
not-
be there.
It's not like what's the centre mid's name?
Even Verratti's gone.
Verratti's gone.
Yeah, Verratti's gone.
Jesus, who's left there?
Gotta pull up. I'm gonna pull up
I'm
the
trying
most
to pull
recent
up-
I mean,
PSGs.
you got Donnarumma, you got Kimpembe, you got Hakimi's there. You know,
It's not Hakimi.
You're not buying a right backs kit.
Nah, it's not Hakimi.
Let's be real. We don't buy a fucking
Yeah,
right
you're not buying the keeper. It's got who else is there?
The number one selling jersey. Do you want to have a guess before I tell you?
I'm gonna look at the most
me-
lineup from this most recent game.
Yeah, give me the starting 11.
Okay.
So just give me a.
All right. So Ramos, but not obviously
He's not
the
there,
other
bro.
Ramos.
He's
No,
current.
the other
Oh,
Ramos.
Gonzalo Ramos. Yeah, the striker.
Mbappe,
Mm.
Bacola, Lee, Vitinha.
Oh, Dembele. Is he there? Is he there?
Dembele's there.
He is
Is
there.
it Dembele? It's got to be in. It has to be in Dembele.
It's not
Bro.
Dembele.
It's not Dembele, but you did say it.
Is it Lee?
It's Lee.
It's the Korean fans.
It's Lee Kang-in.
It's the Korean
Lee
fans.
Kang-in is the highest selling Paris Saint-Germain jersey this season.
What?
Can you believe it? The South Korean international has only played a handful of games. He joined from Mallorca for 19 million, still a decent transfer fee. He's absolutely dominating jersey sales in the whole
love
Asian
that.
continent.
How good.
That makes sense.
And I want to say, onside or offside, signing a player for their marketing potential. I'm not saying it's only that.
No,
Isn't
no,
that
no,
what
no.
Madrid did with Beckham?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, right? That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
it looks
saying.
like Lee's getting more time than Beckham did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. I think that's onside. It's a very smart business move.
Yeah, right. I think.
Let's address the elephant in the room, which is that at the end of the day, football is business.
Yeah, of course
They
it is.
are always looking for a way to make their money back. You don't go and buy a player because they're a top player, but you're like, oh, we might lose a bit of money on
Yeah,
him.
well, think about Paris is like one of the coolest clubs as far as merch goes.
Yeah.
Everyone's rocking Paris jerseys.
Yeah, because it's sponsored
Even
by
I
Jordan.
have some sick PSG
That's what I mean.
merch. Like
So-
the line that they've made is unreal.
They're still sponsored by Jordan, right? Like,
Yeah, it's still got the Jordan
Yeah.
club.
How
There's
sick
not
is that?
many
So you-
clubs that are sponsored by Jordan.
As far as Asian players go, Son's the best.
Yeah.
Probably
Yes.
can't get him at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's like, bang, pick up Lee, comes
Unreal.
in, sell jerseys all
Rate
throughout
it.
Asia, not just in South Korea. Similar to, I remember when Man United were like the Man United. I remember
Yeah.
Park
Ji
Ji-sung.
Sung,
That
Yeah,
jersey
that's true.
was like
as
the
well.
number one selling jersey.
I think all my mates even had one. Like United
Yeah.
fans
Yeah.
rocking that Park Ji Sung jersey.
What a player he was.
He
eh?
was. He was like, oh man, he was unreal.
He was Mr. Reliable.
I love that because I think people underestimate how good like the quality of football is in South Korea. Like
Yeah.
what comes out of South Korea, how they run a tight ship there, like the academies and everything. They
was
create
Park Ji-sung
some
like the
great
first-
talent.
Like kind of like Asian player to win a major like cup like that. He must have been. He must have been the
I
OG.
remember Nakata was big. Nakata in the Italian Serie A was big. And then I remember Shinsuke Nakamura at Celtic.
Yes, Nakamura.
Do you remember he used to hit a
Nakamura,
free kick and a
Yeah.
half,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, like Park Ji-sung was big. I think in the Prem,
Yeah.
he was the man for Asia for a while. But I think Son's passed them all.
Yeah, Son had probably
Definitely.
He's just unfortunate he's at Tottenham who don't win stuff. But he's like, as
That
far
might
as quality
change.
goes,
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
man, he's unbelievable. I've
He's so cute
He
when
is
he answers questions and stuff.
Who's
I
Son?
saw he did an interview, post-game interview a couple of weeks ago, and he was holding his mic. You probably saw this on social media. He was holding his mic, and then when he was done, he like laid it down really
Placed it
carefully
down?
on the table. He's like, "Is it okay here?" It's like
Yeah.
live
They're
TV.
so polite,
He's
eh? I
so
love it.
polite. He's so
Yeah.
respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
a
captain,
sweetheart.
bro. Can you imagine?
Yeah, he's captain. Skipper.
Like, he wouldn't be one of the.
Skipper.
You got your Roy Keane
I
skippers,
wanna
and you got your
see-
Son
yeah.
Heung-min skippers.
Yeah.
I would love to just see a conversation between Ange and Son
Yeah. I
because
reckon-
Ange is very,
Yeah.
straightforward.
Yeah. Hey, Son can lose his shit, but I
You
don't
can.
know.
Remember him and the keeper?
Lloris in the Spurs
True.
doco.
Yeah,
He went
And he
off.
felt bad about that, but
Yeah.
in the moment.
He's cool, man. What a player. I'm a big fan. If I didn't, I don't hate Spurs. I kind of do.
But there's
If I
nothing
didn't
to hate
dislike
yet.
Spurs that much,
Yeah.
I'd probably buy a Son jersey, but I couldn't be sitting there in a Spurs jersey. Let's go to some reality.
Reality.
Shall we? Some reality. Emily Jack wrote into the pod, Figo Affair doco on Netflix is awesome. She sent the link.
Figo. Luis Figo.
But I don't think she
What?
means affair. Is there a doco just on
Affair?
Figo
Maybe.
going
Oh,
going to
Do you remember
Real?
how-
different clubs and stuff.
Yeah. I don't think it's actually like actual affair.
Oh, okay.
I think there is a doco. I think the Figo doco is on Netflix now. The one where
Okay.
they basically show like his transfer from Barca to Real and the whole pig's head getting thrown at him and all that shit.
Yes.
I think that's what she's referring to. But
Okay. It's not like an actual affair of him, his private life. and
I
stuff.
don't think so.
Okay.
But we're gonna go there now
Fair.
because I'm gonna use affair and Netflix to get into Bex one more time.
Figo.
David Beckham, Rebecca Luce. Is it Luce? The one that
Yeah, the one that he had a little fling with.
had the fling
Side
with.
chick.
She's coming out again.
Oh, of course she is. It's relative.
But it like, kind of pissed me off. Like, it's done.
It's near, but he's trending right now.
But even
Everything is Bex.
Yeah, but even if you slammed Bex back in the day, why are you bringing it up 20 years later?
It's-
I don't know.
it's
She was his
relative.
personal assistant.
Yeah.
So your future husband, don't let him have a fit personal assistant.
Yeah, you got to vet them,
You know what I mean?
get them out of there.
There's no need for the personal assistant to be good looking.
There is no need.
There's
for
no
it.
need. That's not what they're hired for.
It's true.
So you make sure
I'm taking notes, boys. Don't worry.
she's a big bopper showstopper. You make sure. Okay?
Bopper showstopper.
You make sure.
I love that.
You make sure. She's personal assistant / bodyguard is what you want.
Righto.
Yeah.
All right? Front rower. But anyway, Victoria learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
And so she's come out. She's done a few more interviews, as they all do, 20 years
Said
later.
Like, yeah.
She said it did happen, we did. And she told a story about some text messages. Apparently, used to do the old sexting,
Oh, Lord.
right?
This is
And
how far back she's going.
yeah.
Well, Claudes, our listeners know how you feel about sexting.
Did they?
Do they? Oh,
Yeah, because you talked all about it when we were
With
with
Aaron.
Aaron.
Well, he's in a long distance,
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
Claudes
with
is a big fan.
There's nothing wrong with sexting.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
You
at all.
sext?
Time to time. Time to time. Depending on my mood.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, we digress. So she was talking. I didn't even know text messages back in then. Yeah, the old SMS, the old
Yeah.
MMS. If you want to send a photo, would Bex had been laughing about it with his friends and showing everyone the text messages.
That is embarrassing.
Good to know Bex is just one of the lads. Like, you know what I mean?
I got a text from his Spanish bodyguard. That's so
That's
good.
so bad.
Anyway,
Oh, my
anyway.
Would you guys do that?
What?
Have you ever done that?
What?
Like had such a
Intimate
ludicrous conversation with a girl that you had to show your mates. You're like, I don't even know how it got here. Look at this.
I have.
No comment.
Because you know what?
But not in a
Do you
bad
know what
way.
I've
Not in a bad way.
realised?
Not in a bad way, like taking the piss. Like more like look like
Yeah,
it was
because
good.
girls show each other everything.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
girls are
yeah.
more, they show each other more
Yeah.
than guys, I think.
Yeah.
But I also will go as far as saying, bro, there is nothing stronger than bro code.
Mm.
Because girls keep secrets and stuff, but the way that men keep secrets with each other,
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
even
Bro code
Will-
is crazy.
Will assist as well.
I saw what you posted.
Yeah,
Did you put something? Was it on your close friends or something?
Yeah. It was like oh, that even happened in Bali. I don't want to like bring it up, but it was fucking hilarious. Like my mate, we had these fucking birds in the fucking booth. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Anyway, we're here. We're here. We had these fucking birds in the booth or whatever. We're all drinking, having a good time, and I hear him go, "Yeah, back in Sydney, I own a jet and I've got a nightclub." And she goes, "Oh, is he?" And I go, "Yeah, man, he's minted."
Yeah, you straight away know.
I didn't even bet an eyelid.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
And lads are really good with this. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of girls sometimes don't realize, like, I don't need to know what the story is.
Yeah, you'll play along.
If I walk in and my mate's having a conversation, like, I will just go with whatever he says. There.
Yeah.
Like, he can say anything, I'll be able to back
We're
him
the-
up on
we're
it.
top
Yeah.
wingmen.
We are good with that. But one thing producer Shabs wrote down here, and it was a great pickup, was she said, she thought it was all fun and games. She thought it was a secret between her and Bex until she got a message from his Spanish bodyguard. Could his bodyguard be Andy Bernal?
Oh my god. The one with all the stories.
Do you remember Andy?
Yes, of course I remember Andy.
Can someone message Andy?
I reckon Andy.
Because you
Andy
know
needs-
what? Because there's
To be
one
fair,
thing
Andy
I
needs
can
to come out and
guarantee about
confirm some
Andy.
stories.
He'll tell us.
He'll tell us.
He needs to
He'll
come
tell
out and
us.
confirm some stories.
You know
man.
what I mean?
Now that the
I
Bex
think we
doco's
get
dropped.
Andy back on.
Yeah, he's written another book about Mariners
we-
winning the title as well, so we could get him on.
We could
Let's
do
go,
about
Andy.
5 minutes on that and then jump back
Yeah, because
into...
you two missed the. Were you here for the Andy
No.
one?
I
so
wonder
you guys
where
need
was
to-
I? I can't remember.
I don't know. You're probably overseas. I think we've got to bring him in. I'll sub out. You guys can have a chat with Andy.
Yeah,
Because
let's chat with Andy.
You will love to. But anyway, sticking on that, I just thought I'd bring that up.
I love that.
Sticking on
Fair
that,
enough.
Victoria Beckham was out at dinner with Messi's missus.
Yes.
What's her name?
Antonella.
No.
Antonella.
Antonella. Antonella and Vic went out for.
Antonella and Vic.
I call it Vic. We go way back.
Vicky girl.
I love that.
Antonella and
Yeah, the
and
girl.
Posh
Posh
Spice.
and Posh went out for dinner while Messi played the last game of the season for Inter Miami. Put a big tribute up saying, it's been a great season. We've won this cup, blah, blah, blah. We go again. So everyone's excited
There
because
you go.
he's sticking around. But he can now go out on loan until February. It's a little one.
Like a couple months.
He can do a couple
A little
months.
stint.
Remember, Bex used to do it when he was at LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
He went
Right?
to
He went to
Milan.
Milan. He went to PSG.
Yeah.
So apparently Messi's open to it. He's open to a move to Barca.
All of a couple months.
Right.
Barca.
But the Saudis want to bring him in and reignite the Classico in Saudi Arabia between him and Ronaldo.
So much possibilities. What does he do for a couple months?
Where would you like to see him go?
I like to see him in the A-League.
I don't.
I didn't even know
Well,
that
we're
was
wishful.
part
So
of
you
the
have to sell
equation.
the league.
I just think that would just... I know it's never
Who
possible.
does he play for, though?
I think he didn't want to come because
He has to go Sydney. Anyone that comes in from overseas, like a marquee player, I think you have to go
Sydney
Sydney
FC.
FC because
Because you're selling the Sydney
You got to
life
sell
as
the
well.
Bondi. You got to
Yeah.
sell. You got to sell all that. You know.
Yeah.
You have to.
I think he didn't want to come because he was offended by the grand finals decision.
True.
That's what he said. He
yeah.
said
Soccer
he
Twitter.
He
stands.
was openly against
He said he
that.
stands with soccer Twitter, but now that Danny Townsend's out, I think Messi's open.
Yeah.
to a
Maybe.
move.
And you know what? Now that Danny's going to Saudi, he might not
He
want
might
to
not
go
want to
there
go to
as
Saudi.
well.
Exactly.
No, Danny Townsend's
Do
there.
you know what I mean?
know,
He's
so-
keen on. He said he's going to come just for Unity round.
Yeah.
Be
I'd
amazing.
like to see him come maybe Prem for a couple months.
It'd be awesome. Actually, speaking of playing in Australia, the late great Sir Bobby Charlton. You know his last 3 clubs are in Australia.
Like, as in, he played for?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did he
I
play
actually did know that.
Yeah.
But I've forgotten. Is Brisbane one of them?
No, he came and played for Newcastle.
Okay.
for? Yep.
It wasn't long before the Jets.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was some fucking-
No Jets.
No
Yeah.
Jets.
Okay.
Then he played for Perth Azuri, which are now Perth Soccer Club. They still exist. And then he finished his
Perth
last
Azuri.
club, is Blacktown City Demons.
What? City Demons.
You know Blacktown City. Well, I don't know
okay.
if they're called Demons
Spartans
anymore.
now or the City?
No, City.
Oh, okay. City.
Blacktown City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Blacktown City
That
was
was
his
Sir
last
Bobby
club.
Charlton's last club.
That's it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, Blacktown City.
I thought I knew that. I did not know that.
Big up Blacktown City, man.
That's it. I'm pretty sure Blacktown had a link to Man United at one point. It was probably through Bobby Charlton.
Yeah, it would
100%.
I
make
remember like
sense.
growing up, Blacktown had like a bit of like, they all have
Yeah,
affiliations.
they're like, oh, if you play here, you
play
might
here,
end
you
up at
can go to
United.
Yeah, right. But yeah, they do have that. So yeah, everyone's hunting now for Messi, and while they're all doing that, Ronaldo just hits another banger free kick in Saudi Arabia. Ronaldo has the most goals in 2023.
The most goals
Of any-
what was I saying?
Let that sink in.
The most goals in 2023.
I think is that right? I want to say I saw something like that the other day.
When you
Wow.
say most goals,
In all competitions.
are we saying in any league, anywhere?
I believe in this calendar year, Ronaldo.
No one has scored more goals
No
than
one.
Ronaldo.
Haaland hasn't scored as many goals as Ronaldo this year.
Wow.
I believe.
Wow,
I'm
there must
gonna
be-
fact check myself
There
here.
must be some.
How?
There must be
He has
some.
41, yeah?
41.
Yeah, he's got 41 and Haaland has 40 in the same amount of games. Now I know he's in Saudi
Okay.
Arabia,
Yes.
but still,
Still,
guy's
tremendous
almost
amount.
40.
Still performing at that level.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Doesn't-
is he getting a little bit slept on? Like I know we all
He
have
is.
our opinion in the GOAT debate. Are people shitting on him a little bit since Messi won the World Cup? Are people disrespecting Ronnie? A little
Yeah, maybe.
Yep,
Maybe.
I agree.
You
I
know?
I do think that.
I did
'cause I'm one of
notice
those
there's
people as well.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just gonna put it out there.
his FIFA card, like, it's pretty low.
EAFC.
EAFC
You can call it whatever you want,
2023, cat.
It's fine. It's
His
24, but
player
it's fine.
card is really low.
fucked up.
They
anyway.
did. Yeah, what's it? Was like 82 rated? or
Yeah,
some
I
shit?
went looking. I
82.
went looking for him.
The
I went
disrespect.
searching for Ronaldo.
Nah, Shabzy, how much is it?
I think he is.
Does
Is it 86?
That's disrespectful as
It's
well.
86, but you
Oh, it's
have
86.
to proper scroll to find Ronaldo. I was thinking, okay,
Yeah, it's
Messi's up
86.
there. That's cool.
Yeah.
MLS and all that.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling.
I think.
I'm like, why am I still scrolling
You know
for
what
Ronaldo
Ronaldo?
should not be. He has to be 89. At least, minimum 88.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's funny when Ronaldo was at the height of his game, I was like, nah, bro, Messi's Messi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now that everyone's jumped on the whole Messi train, I still believe Messi's better. But what I'm saying is like, I
gaps.
can't believe the disrespect on him. Like,
Yes.
hey,
Yeah.
don't forget who this guy is.
Yeah.
Don't forget who this guy is.
I 100% agree.
Incredible. Change the game.
I
And-
felt bad. I feel bad for him when I saw that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, he's a man on a mission. He's still scoring goals for Portugal. He says he's going to be at the Euros next year.
Of course
Yeah.
he is. He is.
So watch this space, man.
Do you reckon he can win another years? Nah, Portugal just not it, man.
You, don't
You
think
just
so?
had that whole convo with yourself.
Yeah, I did.
I like that. I do that all the time.
Portugal are not it, man.
Yeah. Either way, it's great to see him scoring goals over there in Saudi.
agree.
A lot of people have gone to Saudi and proved you don't just walk in and score goals.
Yeah.
You know,
true,
so the
true,
fact
true.
that he's doing that and he's absolutely smashing it is good to see. I'm going to finish up with a bit of a fan question. It's a
And then
random-
I've got 2 things. I
Oh,
need to
shit.
say.
Let's go.
All right. Well, before you get to that, Carmine Barone has written into the pod, he says,
Barone.
thoughts on linesmen keeping the flag down even when it's an obvious offside?
It fucking pissed me off.
It
Yeah.
shits me.
I bloody
Fuck
hate
off.
it. How many
Yeah.
people have got injured because of that?
Exactly.
It's done.
How many
There's no-
people?
and
What
as
are
a-
you there
on-
for?
Bro,
Even on Saturday, on
as a-
Sunday.
As a centre half, you already don't want to run. When you have to do a 40-yard dash and then he puts his flag up, how angry would you be?
I'm so pissed off.
Yeah.
Like I've just wasted so much energy
Yeah.
on this 1v1.
It's
with
his
this guy.
energy too, though, to be fair.
The lino?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He's
true.
running
It's
up
true.
and
Yeah,
down
but I'm
as
thinking
well.
they're gonna score here.
Yeah.
You could have
Yeah.
flagged it about 5 minutes ago.
It's scary. It is scary. I think, look, I get why they do it. In case they get it wrong and the player scores, it'll count as a goal. Do you know what I mean? That's why they let the play go. But it should be within reason. If they genuinely think it's in line and they don't know, fair. But there are some, you're like, mate, you saw that. Like, you saw his offside.
Definitely knew it was
You
offside.
definitely saw it was
Yeah.
offside, and you're just like making them play on it. What's it going to take? A defender like sliding and hurting himself
No,
real
fully.
bad?
Like I think there are quite a few players that have been hurt in the offside
Yeah.
decision
That's shit. That's so
and
shit.
had to come off.
Yeah.
So
So kind of, I'm not a fan of it as well. What do you got for us? You said you got something.
Well, there was a question from Arak King on my Instagram. Instead of sending it to Born, he sent it to me.
to your private one.
To my private. And I read it.
Is that onside to you?
I mean, it was just for you. He was sliding in.
Is that onside? You got a
Onside.
question for the pod,
Guys,
and you
Yeah.
go straight to Cat's DMs.
do you know
I
what?
like it. It's you're playing. I can,
Picasso.
I can say what you're doing. He's cooking.
He's cooking, you think?
He's cooking. I,
I
can
think
see
he's
it. I
cooking.
can
I
feel
think
it.
he's cooking.
It's a dead end, unfortunately.
It's
but
cul-de-sac, I believe. There we go.
but the question was, because I obviously said last week when we were talking about paying for sex and all that stuff, I said that
in
was
case you didn't hear
Catch
it,
yeah,
that.
some context is important.
go back to last week's episode. Spoke about prostitution and a lot of other things.
Yes, but I said that was haram, which is
It is.
just behavior that you know we don't necessarily look positively upon.
Yes.
He wants to know what you guys deem as haram because I made it very clear what I think is haram.
Firstly, I'd like to back that up by saying I support all sex workers in the Australian sex industry. I don't think there's a problem with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I do as well.
Yeah. So I don't think it's haram. I think your honest work is much appreciated from the.
Okay, interesting.
Wait, so wait.
I'm
is
just
he-
So
wait,
then-
wait,
I'm
he,
just
trying
wait,
to put him
then-
against you, Kat.
so he thinks he
No,
wants to know
I
if we
said-
think it's
No,
haram
Kat said it was
He
haram.
wants to know
He wants
what
to know
you guys deem haram.
What's haram
in life.
in anything? Yeah.
I mean, give me something that you think is haram.
To be fair, keeping your flag
Like-
down when you know it's offside is
Yeah, that's
Stealing from people, fraud, like
he's
you
getting
know.
deep.
I was gonna say something else actually. Just loads of haram stuff. You know, like doing stuff that's
Do
not
you
morally
think that-
correct is haram. No,
yeah.
that's haram. Like it's
I
got to
like
be
how he says haram.
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 Haram. Yeah.
Haram.
So there's loads of stuff. Basically, like living against the moral justice of life is haram.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
That's my haram.
No one expected to leave this pod today with those
That
words
thought. There
from
we go.
Ola.
We're always
good.
providing you with something different.
He
Always.
thought Olan was going to come out with something funny. No, he's come out with something dead serious.
Yeah,
What was the other question? Did you have two
that
or
was
just
the
one?
question. Oh no, I also wanted to ask because we were talking about Newcastle United.
Yes.
You didn't answer, by the way, but that's fine.
What's haram? I mean,
Yeah, Claude. It's always on the
I don't
fence.
know, bro. Like, I think you want an answer. You want something like that. That's what
I
you
want
that's what
something
you're
juicy
fishing.
from
That's what
you.
you're fishing for. What's haram? Okay. If I'm going out with a girl and this is I think what they wanted from us. They wanted, you know what I mean? They wanted something like this.
Give the people what they want.
If
If you're going out with a girl,
do you have a snap score that's too high?
oh, no, not anymore. But I don't really use it anymore. But yeah, if your snap score's high, that's probably haram.
You know, it's a bit haram.
If you have Snapchat over 25,
Whoa.
haram.
haram.
Wow.
Hey, yo, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, there's no need for it. Yeah. But sometimes, like, there's just something funny and casual that happens in the day that it's not enough to take
For
a photo
sure.
and text it, but it's funny to snap it.
Yeah, with your mates and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to
Conversation.
the interactions that you have with the opposite gender
No need
on
on
Snap,
Snapchat.
unnecessary.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Fair.
My other question, we were talking about Newcastle United.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but we grew up in like the era of the goal movies.
Yeah.
So whenever I
Yes,
see that,
Santiago
it makes me
Muniz.
think of makes me think of that. So I wanted to ask you what your favorite football movies are.
Oh, it has to be goal.
Probably Green Street Hooligans.
So good.
Yeah, definitely Green Street. Goals up there. just thinking back to it at the time, it was so ahead of. It was so ahead of its time.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, I actually thought he was out there playing with Madrid. Do you know what I mean? Like, scoring goals with the worst technique, and it was bending top corner.
It was bending, yeah.
Like,
It was
I was
terrible.
like, oh my God, this is sick.
I remember he hits one. I think it's when he's playing for Madrid. Casillas hits it long, and it comes over his head, and he volleys it first time and scores. Like the ball doesn't touch the ground.
The angles are all off.
It's fucking ridiculous.
But it was amazing. Like, I genuinely believed, like, this was what was happening.
Yeah.
It was like, Santiago Muniz, he's the guy.
Yeah, and
He's
then
an
they bottled it
agent.
with goal 3. They fucked it.
Yeah,
Completely.
They
fucked it, didn't they? They
did.
fucked
Like,
it.
should have
Goal
stopped
threes.
it too.
My football, speaking from football movies or series, Galactic Football. I don't know if you guys remember Galactic Football, but it was like a cartoon. The real ones will know. It was a cartoon on Fox Kids in the UK, and it was like kind of like they could do different stuff with the ball in the air.
Oh yeah,
Like they could like jump up, get it, kick it, go in.
kind of like the Globetrotters of
Yeah, it was kind of like they had superpowers, but they all had superpowers, but within the football
That's
realm.
cute.
It was-
I didn't
oh,
know
it was
that.
Sick. You probably didn't have it in Australia, but it was.
I
sick.
love it. Well, I'll speak for probably most females my age, but Bend It Like Beckham was massive.
love
Like
that, didn't you?
I remember, I've never been more excited to go see a movie in my life. And I remember my mum and dad went with me, and I came out, and I was from that day forward. Whenever I was out on the football pitch, I was like, "You got to call me Jasminda.
yeah.
Like if you don't call me Jasminda, I'm not responding to you."
Really?
That
Yeah,
was
it
a top
powerful.
I was so inspired
Keira Knightley was
by
in
that
one,
whole I loved Keira Knightley as well, but it was just the best. Like my friend and I, we were the only two
What's the
females
other
on the team. We used to be Jess and Jasminda.
There was another one like that as well. Not
Go on like that.
She's a Man?
She's a man.
That was the next one I was going
That's
to
a good
say.
one.
But that was
too.
more. That was like American football though, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, but it was
American football?
no,
Soccer?
no,
Was
it's
that soccer
soccer.
as well?
Yeah, she dresses up as a guy to play.
It's Amanda Bynes. It was
yes.
Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum. Unreal.
He'd be a
I-
garbage footballer. Though.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, but he's so hot.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch that, her playing now, it is so clearly a stunt double.
Yeah.
The hair wasn't even the same color.
I love the Maradona doco they
Yes.
released recently. It was a couple of years ago. That was top shelf.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen
When
it,
they're
do so.
made like with that quality, the research,
Yeah.
like getting every person who played any role in his life.
And when it's a person
unreal.
that merits a doco.
Yeah.
Like, I think-
Benzema's doco was decent.
Yeah, but
Did any of you watch that? You didn't like it?
Benzema.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
There's it was
Is he ready for a doco yet?
It came out like with the whole France scandal.
Yeah,
It was
maybe
around
now
that
he
time.
is. Maybe now he is. Ballon d'Or winner. Maybe now he can get a doco. Like when
How old is
Antoine Griezmann,
Benzema?
Paul Pogba, I'm not watching them.
No, you're too
I'm
young.
not watching
I'm
a doco
sorry.
on fucking Paul
You're too
Pogba.
young.
Like seriously? Or Antoine Griezmann? Come on.
No, not Griezmann. Too young.
Yeah.
Like, you just you gotta let it cook. Speaking
There
of
we go,
cooking,
let it
like
cook.
let your career cook.
Finish
for a
your
while.
career before you do a
Yeah.
bloody film.
It's like-
or a book.
You just did your entree, bruv.
It's bruv as well. I like that. I love what you say, bruv. That's good. That's good. I like that's a good. way to
Anyway, that
finish.
was a good chat.
That was a good chat. Anyway, I think it's time we say goodbye. It's a big week coming up. Champions League's back. And then next week we got Manchester Derby. We got El Clasico as well.
Oh, big week of football next
Big
week.
week of football.
Love
as well.
that.
So no doubt we'll be back. Make sure you're following Born Offside on all your socials. They've been popping off recently, so we appreciate all the love. Make sure you flick us a 5-star rating wherever you get your potties if you're having a good time. We'll see you next week, bro.
Bye, guys.
See ya.